بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is the second paper in the new list of recordings. This paper will talk mainly about the performance evaluation, mathematical evaluation. The first paper we talked about terminology formulation in terms of indicator of performance by satisfaction strategy or integrity development. Transformation logic rule. I don't remember if we talked about it or not. But today we're going to talk about the sector that we didn't talk about or cover 100%, which is the research framework methodology, calculations, recommendations. Yes, we're going to talk about all of that today, and data collection and calculations. Actually, this paper was IEEE in Cambridge, and there is a funny story if you want to listen to it. I'm gonna could ask about it. Now, this was 2013, and yes, it's true performance evaluation methodology in e-marketing. Still the E capital, but you know, I'm still publishing for my PhD. I didn't get my PhD yet. So let's start. Abstract. The business terms used in performance evaluation concept revolve around the measurability of companies' progress towards achieving their goal or their goals already. Well, the business terms used in performance evaluation concept revolve around the measurability of companies' progress toward achieving the goals already set. But with time, various user satisfaction objectives will be formulated and applied on the business strategy, with the common aim of attaining the most efficient and effective utilization of companies' resources. We present a satisfaction performance evaluation process that integrates user satisfaction objectives and e-marketing business strategies. So we have strategic objectives and e-marketing business strategies. The integration is built on the assumption of true performance that ensures the use of the original definition of performance evaluation or through performance evaluation methodology that led to full system process accessibility. Of course, we're gonna talk about all of that. The principle underlining the development of performance measures tool is you cannot improve what you cannot measure, of course. User satisfaction process classification framework has proposed a new architecture based on a performance indicator by satisfaction strategy technique. This was in the last paper. And the use of performance indicators for integrity measures. User satisfaction performance classification framework is a unique performance evaluation tool which outperforms the traditional methods of performance evaluation, owning its ability to give an integrated view of the user satisfaction and organization by incorporating both user satisfaction and organization parameters. A user satisfaction process classification framework is a way of communication between user satisfaction objectives and organization strategies to keep the user satisfaction performance classification framework members up to date, help in translating strategies into operational and measurable terms, and achieve strategic implementation. Now, of course, if I just move through some like this, it's because we have discussed these in the last paper or in the PhD presentation. The first sequence of recording. This is the second sequence. So you have to see the others. Sometimes, of course, I'm gonna talk about different point of views, but I think you have to listen to the PhD presentation first, and then the first paper. Of course, I'm not doing this for the. I'm doing this for the science. Okay. So my aim is to pass on my data, information, knowledge, intelligence on how did I think about this or formulate this theory or framework, hoping to nobody lives forever. So this is for the humanity. Okay. So user satisfaction process classification framework improve performance for both the user and the organization by making better resources allocation sense. The user satisfaction performance classification framework directs the physical reasoning and resources between the user satisfaction objectives and organization strategies. So the user has objectives, but the organization has a plan and a strategy. Now, which strategy of the organization plan worked or achieved satisfaction for the user satisfaction objectives? These two, so I can link directly and evaluate through mathematical evaluation between the user satisfaction independent and ambiguous objectives and the organization linear progression strategies to give the maximum output for the e-marketing plans and policies. Plan and strategies, of course. The e-marketing, yeah. The user satisfaction process classification framework is not the only instrument of evaluating performance. Changes in the performance measured with time led to several other extensions and modifications have come up. These include balanced scorecard, business excellence model, performance prism, applied information economics. The BSC holds its place because of the ease with which it can be implemented. BSC is a huge popular tool with the government in Europe. Yeah, however, users are deviated substantially from the original article to find customized solution for their problems. So mainly the dynamic nature of the digital media or digital world changes dynamically. Now, if you use a process classification framework that's so big that it doesn't move a lot, on the other hand, the user satisfaction independent and ambiguous variables and requirements will always change within the same user using different products or services and different time periods for him. Let's say he's a boy or a girl, then they go to college, that's a different stage. Then they get married, that's a different stage. Then they have children, that's another stage. And then the children leave them, that's another stage. So in all these stages, the user satisfaction changes is reduced dramatically. So in that sense, the concept has to be really dynamic to sustain the dynamic changes, variations in the agent or user behavior. The concept has come a long way as performance management. Yeah, okay. So basically, literature review related work. When initiating the software development phase of the goal of the website is predefined. Okay, yeah. Is predefined earlier by the business or sponsor. There, for the marketing strategy and its web analytics will depend on the sponsor point of view to achieve user satisfaction. So basically, you define the user satisfaction on your own point of view, which is analytical or historical. But then, let's say, everybody comes to Egypt with their own strategy. Of course, they're going to all fail. But if you try to link or you try to see the user satisfaction from the user point of view, you still wouldn't achieve the life cycle. You might achieve the lifetime. Okay. This web analytics will be the source of KPIs, values, and sponsor strategies to user satisfaction. Will affect the total performance evaluation since that any strategy cannot satisfy all users, of course. KPIs in the BSC are assigned with weights according to their importance in the business and values in the term of maximum/minimum value and the expected value. Yeah. So according to BSC balance scorecard, the building process has three levels. As in strategy formulation, linking strategies and deciding measurements and targets. Okay, now sponsor strategy formulation, let's say problems or inadequacy or why it's not a generic tool. The BSC strategy formulation, why needed? A strategic plan that incorporates appropriately designed vision and mission is needed to have a balanced scorecard. 2. Formulation of most common problems. Linking of objectives with organizational strategy. Confirming of budget strategies. Less time is spent on long-term strategic issues. Now, all of these are point of views that the sponsor has, so he will build his plan strategy on his point of views that has contradictions in the semantics between the user satisfaction and the business satisfaction. Then he will do the formulation, so of course everything else will be specific case study. It will be not a generic case study. Therefore, a company A tries to do the same as company B in a specific situation to reverse the failure to success. But they both of them working with different user satisfaction in terms of geographical